A265. Luke 3. 1. But in the 15th year of the kingdom of Tiberius Caesar and the government of Pontius Pilate in Judea, when Herodes was the tetrarch in Galilee and Philippus his brother was tetrarch in Iturea, and in the region of Trachona, and Lucania was tetrarch of Abilene. 2. During the high priesthood of Canaan and of Caiaphas, the word of YEHOVAH came upon Johanan, son of Zechariah, in the wilderness. 3. And he came into the whole region which is around the Jordan, while he was preaching a baptism of repentance for the forgiveness of sins. 4. Just as it is written in the book of the words of Isaiah the prophet, which says, "The voice which cries in the wilderness, prepare the way of Elo-heem YEHOVAH, and straighten in the plain a road for our YEHOVAH." 5. All the valleys will be filled and all the mountains and high places will be leveled, and the rugged place will be smooth and the difficult region a plain. 6. And everybody will see the life of YEHOVAH. 7. And he said to the crowds who were coming to him to be baptized, "Offspring of vipers. Who has instructed you to flee from the wrath that is coming?" 8. Produce therefore fruits worthy for repentance and do not start to say within yourselves, "Abraham is our father," for I say to you that YEHOVAH can raise up from these stones children to Abraham. 9. But behold, the axe is laid on the root of the tree. Every tree therefore, which is not producing good fruit is cut down and falls into the fire. 10. And the crowds were asking him and they were saying, "What, therefore, shall we do?" 11. And he answered and he said to them, "Whoever has 2 coats, let him give to him who has not, and whoever has food should do likewise." 12. And tax collectors came also to be baptized, and they were saying to him, "Teacher, what shall we do?" 13. But he said to them, "Do not require anything on top of whatever is commanded you to require." 14. And soldiers were asking him and they were saying, "What shall we do also?" He said to them, "Do harm to no man, do no injustice, and let your wages be sufficient for you." 15. But as the people had been thinking about Johanan, and they were all pondering in their hearts whether he were the Messiah. 16. Johanan answered and said to them, "Behold, I am baptizing you in water, but he comes after me, who is mightier than I, the straps of whose shoes I am not worthy to loose. He will baptize you in the spirit of holiness and in fire." 17. He who holds a winnowing fan in his hand and purges his threshing floor, the wheat he gathers into his barns and the chaff he will burn in unquenched fire. 18. Also he taught many other things, and he preached the good news to the people. 19. But Herodes the tetrarch, because he had been reproved by Johanan on the account of Herodia the wife of Philippus, his brother, and for all the evil that he had done. 20. He added this to all these things and shut Johanan in prison. 21. It happened that when he had baptized all the people, he baptized Yeshua also, and as he prayed, the heavens were opened. 22. And the Spirit of holiness was descending upon him in the form of a body of a dove, and there was a voice from heaven, which said, "You are my Son, the beloved, in whom I am delighted." 23. But Yeshua was about 30 years old, and he was considered the son of Joseph, son of Heli. 24. Son of Mathat, son of Levi, son of Melchi, son of Yanai, son of Joseph. 25. Son of Mattatha, son of Amatz, son of Nahum, son of Hesli, son of Nagai. 26. Son of Moth, son of Mattath, son of Shimei, son of Joseph, son of Yehuda. 27. Son of Johanan, son of Resah, son of Zerubbabel, son of Salathiel, son of Nari. 28. Son of Melchi, son of Addi, son of Qasam, son of Elmadad, son of Er. 29. Son of Yos, son of Eleazar, son of Joram, son of Mathitha, son of Levi. 30. Son of Shimeon, son of Yehuda, son of Yosef, son of Yonam, son of Eliakim. 31. Son of Meliah, son of Aminai, son of Mattatha, son of Nathan, son of David. 32. Son of Ishai, son of Og, son of Boz, son of Salmon, son of Nahshon. 33. Son of Aminadab, son of Aram, son of Hetzron, son of Pharetz, son of Yehuda. 34. Son of Jacob, son of Isaac, son of Abraham, son of Terah, son of Nahor. 35. Son of Serug, son of Arau, son of Phaleg, son of Eber, son of Shalah. 36. Son of Canaan, son of Arphachshad, son of Shem, son of Noah, son of Lamech. 37. Son of Methuselah, son of Enoch, son of Jared, son of Mahalaleel, son of Canaan. 38. Son of Enosh, son of Shath, son of Adam, who was from YEHOVAH. Hebrews 10. 1. For the written law had a shadow in it of good things that were coming. It was not the essence of those matters, because of this, while they were offering those sacrifices every year, they could never perfect those who offered them. 2. For if they had perfected them, doubtless, they would have ceased from their offerings, because their conscience would not have been buffeted by sin once they had themselves been purged. 3. But by those sacrifices they remember their sins every year. 4. For the blood of oxen and of yearling goats cannot purge sins. 5. Because of this, when he entered the universe, he said, sacrifices and offerings you did not want, but you have clothed me with a body. 6. And burnt peace offerings for sins you have not demanded. 7. And I said, behold, I come, because in the beginning of the writings it is written of me, to do your will, O YEHOVAH. 8. Above, he said, sacrifices and offerings and burnt peace offerings for sins you did not want, those that were offered were by the written law. 9. And afterward he said, behold, I have come to do your will, O YEHOVAH. In this he abolishes the first to establish the second. 10. For in this, his will, we are made holy in the offering of the body of Yeshua the Messiah, once. 11. For every high priest who has stood and served those with those sacrifices every day was offering those things which were never able to purge sins. 12. But this one offered one sacrifice for the sake of sins, and he sat down at the right side of YEHOVAH for eternity. 13. And he waits from then on until his enemies are put as a footstool under his feet. 14. For by one offering he has perfected those who are sanctified by him for eternity. 15. But the Spirit of holiness also testifies to us, who says, 16. This is the covenant that I shall give them after those days, says Elo-heem YEHOVAH. I shall put my law into their minds, and I shall write it upon their hearts. 17. And their evils and their sins I shall not remember. 18. But where there is forgiveness of sins, no offering for sins is needed. 19. Therefore, brethren, we have boldness in the entrance of the holy place by the blood of Yeshua. 20. And the way of the life who made us new is now within the veil which is his flesh. 21. And we have the high priest over the house of YEHOVAH. 22. Let us approach therefore with a true heart and the confidence of faith, while our hearts are sprinkled and purified from a wicked conscience, and having bathed our bodies in pure water. 23. And let us grasp firmly the confession of our hope and not waver, for he who has promised us is faithful. 24. And let us pay attention to one another in the encouragement of love and of good works. 25. And we should not be forsaking our meetings, as is the custom for each person, but plead with one another all the more, as long as you see that day drawing near. 26. For if a man shall sin by his will after receiving the knowledge of the truth, there is no sacrifice to be offered afterward for sins. 27. But that terrible judgment is ready and the zeal of fire which consumes the enemies. 28. For if any violated the law of Moses, he would die without mercy by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. 29. How much more do you think he will receive capital punishment, he who has trampled upon the Son of YEHOVAH, and esteemed the blood of his covenant, to be like that of every person, who also was made holy by it, and he has despised the Spirit of grace. 30. For we know him who said, vengeance is mine, and I shall give payment. And again, Elo-heem YEHOVAH will judge his people. 31. It is very terrible to fall into the hands of the living YEHOVAH. 32. Remember therefore the first days in which you received baptism and endured a great contest of suffering with reproach and affliction. 33. And you became a spectacle, and you were also made associates with people who endured these things. 34. And you were grieved concerning those who were imprisoned, and you endured with joy the robbery of your possessions, because you know you have a possession in heaven which is greater and does not pass away. 35. Therefore do not throw away the boldness which you have, for a great reward is coming for it. 36. For you must have patience to do the will of YEHOVAH and receive the promise. 37. Because there is little time, and very little, when he who is coming will come and will not delay. 38. But the righteous one shall live by my faith, and if he gives it up, my soul is not pleased with him. 39. But we are not of despondency which leads to destruction, but of the faith that imparts to us our soul. Numbers 18. 1. And Elo-heem spoke to Aaron, saying, Thou and thy sons and thy father's house shall bear the sins of the holy things, and thou and thy sons shall bear the iniquity of your priesthood. 2. And take to thyself thy brethren the tribe of Levi, the family of thy father, and let them be joined to thee, and let them minister to thee, and thou and thy sons with thee shall minister before the tabernacle of witness. 3. And they shall keep thy charges, and the charges of the tabernacle, only they shall not approach the holy vessels and the altar, so both they and you shall not die. 4. And they shall be joined to thee, and shall keep the charges of the tabernacle of witness, in all the services of the tabernacle, and a stranger shall not approach to thee. 5. And ye shall keep the charges of the holy things, and the charges of the altar, and so there shall not be anger among the children of Israel. 6. And I have taken your brethren the Levites out of the midst of the children of Israel, a present given to Elo-heem, to minister in the services of the tabernacle of witness. 7. And thou and thy sons after thee shall keep up your priestly ministration, according to the whole manner of the altar, and that which is within the veil. And ye shall minister in the services as the office of your priesthood, and the stranger that comes near shall die. 8. And Elohim said to Aaron, And, behold, I have given you the charge of the first fruits of all things consecrated to me by the children of Israel, and I have given them to thee as an honor, and to thy sons after thee for a perpetual ordinance. 9. And let this be to you from all the holy things that are consecrated to me, even the burnt offerings, from all their gifts, and from all their sacrifices, and from every trespass offering of theirs, and from all their sin offerings, whatever things they give to me of all their holy things, they shall be thine and thy sons. 10. In the most holy place shall ye eat them, every male shall eat them, thou and thy sons. They shall be holy to thee. 11. And this shall be to you of the first fruits of their gifts, of all the wave offerings of the children of Israel, to thee have I given them, and to thy sons and thy daughters with thee, a perpetual ordinance, every clean person in thy house shall eat them. 12. Every first offering of oil, and every first offering of wine, their first fruits of corn, whatsoever they may give to Elohim, to thee, have I given them. 13. All the first fruits that are in their land, whatsoever they shall offer to Elohim, shall be thine. Every clean person in thy house shall eat them. 14. Every devoted thing among the children of Israel shall be thine. 15. And everything that opens the womb of all flesh, whatsoever they bring to Elohim, whether man or beast, shall be thine. Only the firstborn of men shall be surely redeemed, and thou shalt redeem the firstborn of unclean cattle. 16. And the redemption of them shall be from a month old, their valuation of 5 shekels, it is 20 aboli, according to the holy shekel. 17. But thou shalt not redeem the firstborn of calves and the firstborn of sheep and the firstborn of goats, they are holy. And thou shalt pour their blood upon the altar, and thou shalt offer the fat as a burnt offering for a smell of sweet savor to Elohim. 18. And the flesh shall be thine, as also the breast of the wave offering, and as the right shoulder, it shall be thine. 19. Every special offering of the holy things, whatsoever the children of Israel shall specially offer to Elohim, I have given to thee and to thy sons and to thy daughters with thee, a perpetual ordinance. It is a covenant of salt forever before Elohim, for thee and thy seed after thee. 20. And Elohim said to Aaron, Thou shalt have no inheritance in their land, neither shalt thou have any portion among them, for I am thy portion and thine inheritance in the midst of the children of Israel. 21. And, behold, I have given to the sons of Levi every tithe in Israel for an inheritance for their services, whereinsoever they perform ministry in the tabernacle of witness. 22. And the children of Israel shall no more draw nigh to the tabernacle of witness to incur fatal guilt. 23. And the Levite himself shall perform the service of the tabernacle of witness, and they shall bear their iniquities, it is a perpetual statute throughout their generations, and in the midst of the children of Israel, they shall not receive an inheritance. 24. Because I have given as a distinct portion to the Levites for an inheritance the tithes of the children of Israel, whatsoever they shall offer to Elohim, therefore I said to them, in the midst of the children of Israel, they shall have no inheritance. 25. And Elohim spoke to Moses, saying, 26. Thou shalt also speak to the Levites, and shalt say to them, If ye take the tithe from the children of Israel, which I have given you from them for an inheritance, then shall ye separate from it a heave offering to Elohim, a tenth of the tenth. 27. And your heave offerings shall be reckoned to you as corn from the floor, and an offering from the wine press. 28. So shall ye also separate them from all the offerings of Elohim out of all your tithes, whatsoever ye shall receive from the children of Israel, and ye shall give of them an offering to Elohim to Aaron the priest. 29. Of all your gifts ye shall offer an offering to Elohim, and of every first fruit the consecrated part from it. 30. And thou shalt say to them, When ye shall offer the first fruits from it, then shall it be reckoned to the Levites as produce from the threshing floor, and as produce from the wine press. 31. And ye shall eat it in any place, ye and your families, for this is your reward for your services in the tabernacle of witness. 32. And ye shall not bear sin by reason of it, for ye shall have offered an offering of first fruits from it, and ye shall not profane the holy things of the children of Israel, that ye die not. Jeremiah 46. 1. In the beginning of the reign of King Sedekias, there came this word concerning Elam. 2. For Egypt, against the power of Pharaoh Necho king of Egypt, who was by the river Euphrates in Charmos, whom Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon smote in the 4th year of Joachim king of Judah. 3. Take up arms and spears, and draw nigh to battle, 4. And harness the horses. Mount, ye horsemen, and stand ready in your helmets, advance the spears, and put on your breastplates. 5. Why do they fear, and turn back? Even because their mighty men shall be slain. They have utterly fled, and being hemmed in they have not rallied, saith Elohim. 6. Let not the swift flee, and let not the mighty man escape to the north. The forces at Euphrates are become feeble, and they have fallen. 7. Who is this that shall come up as a river, and as rivers roll their waves? 8. The waters of Egypt shall come up like a river. And he said, I will go up, and will cover the earth, and will destroy the dwellers in it. 9. Mount ye the horses, prepare the chariots, go forth, ye warriors of the Ethiopians, and Libyans armed with shields, and mount, ye Lydians, bend the bow. 10. And that day shall be to Elohim our YEHOVAH a day of vengeance, to take vengeance on his enemies. And the sword of Elohim shall devour, and be glutted, and be drunken with their blood. For Elohim has a sacrifice from the land of the north at the river Euphrates. 11. Go up to Galad, and take balm for the virgin daughter of Egypt. In vain hast thou multiplied thy medicines, there is no help in thee. 12. The nations have heard thy voice, and the land has been filled with thy cry. For the warriors have fainted fighting one against another, and both are fallen together. 13. The words which Elohim spoke by Jeremias, concerning the coming of the king of Babylon to smite the land of Egypt. 14. Proclaim it at Magdal, and declare it at Memphis. Say ye, stand up, and prepare, for the sword has devoured thy yew tree. 15. Wherefore has Apis fled from thee? Thy choice calf has not remained, for Elohim has utterly weakened him. 16. And thy multitude is fainted and fallen, and each one said to his neighbor, let us arise, and return into our country to our people, from the Grecian sword. 17. Call ye the name of Pharaoh Nechow king of Egypt, San Esbeamot. 18. As I live, saith Elohim YEHOVAH, he shall come as Idabirian among the mountains, and as Carmel that is on the sea. 19. O daughter of Egypt dwelling at home, prepare thee stuff for removing. For Memphis shall be utterly desolate, and shall be called woe, because there are no inhabitants in it. 20. Egypt is a fair heifer, but destruction from the north is come upon her. 21. Also her hired soldiers in the midst of her are as fatted calves fed in her, for they also have turned, and fled with one accord. They stood not, for the day of destruction was come upon them, and the time of their retribution. 22. Their voice is as that of a hissing serpent, for they go upon the sand, they shall come upon Egypt with axes, as men that cut wood. 23. They shall cut down her forest, saith Elohim, for their number cannot at all be conjectured, for it exceeds the locust in multitude, and they are innumerable. 24. The daughter of Egypt is confounded, she is delivered into the hands of a people from the north. 25. Behold, I will avenge Ammon her son upon Pharaoh, and upon them that trust in him. 27. But fear not thou, my servant Jacob, neither be thou alarmed, Israel. For, behold, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and be at ease, and sleep, and there shall be no one to trouble him. 28. Fear not thou, my servant Jacob, saith Elohim, for I am with thee. She that was without fear and in luxury, has been delivered up. For I will make a full end of every nation among whom I have thrust thee forth, but I will not cause thee to fail. Yet will I chastise thee in the way of judgment, and will not hold thee entirely guiltless. Jeremiah 47. 1. Thus saith Elohim against the Philistines. 2. Behold, waters come up from the north, and shall become a sweeping torrent, and it shall sweep away the land, and its fullness, the city, and them that dwell in it. And men shall cry, and all that dwell in the land shall howl. 3. At the sound of his rushing, at the sound of his hoofs, and at the rattling of his chariots, at the noise of his wheels. The fathers turn not to their children because of the weakness of their hands. 4. In the day that is coming to destroy all the Philistines. And I will utterly destroy Tyre and Sidon and all the rest of their allies. For Elohim will destroy the remaining inhabitants of the islands. 5. Boldness is come upon Gaza, Ascalon is cast away, and the remnant of the Anakim. 6. How long wilt thou smite, O sword of Elohim? How long will it be ere thou art quiet? Return into thy sheath, rest, and be removed. 7. How shall it be quiet, whereas Elohim has given it a commission against Ascalon, and against the regions on the sea coast, to awake against the remaining countries? Proverbs 1. 1. The Proverbs of Solomon son of David, who reigned in Israel. 2. To know wisdom and instruction, and to perceive words of understanding. 3. To receive also hard saying, and to understand true justice, and how to direct judgment. 4. that he might give subtlety to the simple, and to the young man discernment and understanding. 5. For by the hearing of these a wise man will be wiser, and man of understanding will gain direction. 6. And will understand a parable, and a dark speech, the saying of the wise also, and riddles. 7. The fear of Elohim is the beginning of wisdom, and there is good understanding to all that practice it. And piety toward YEHOVAH is the beginning of discernment, but the ungodly will set at naught wisdom and instruction. 8. Hear my son, the instruction of thy father, and reject not the rules of thy mother. 9. For thou shalt receive for thine head a crown of graces, and a chain of gold round thy neck. 10. My son, let not ungodly men lead thee astray, neither consent thou to them. 11. If they should exhort thee, saying, Come with us, partake in blood, and let us unjustly hide the just man in the earth. 12. And let us swallow him alive, as Hades would, and remove the memorial of him from the earth. 13. Let us seize on his valuable property, and let us fill our houses with spoils. 14. But do thou cast in thy lot with us, and let us all provide a common purse, and let us have one pouch. 15. Go not in the way with them, but turn aside thy foot from their paths. 17. For nets are not without cause spread for birds. 18. For they that are concerned in murder store up evils for themselves, and the overthrow of transgressors is evil. 19. These are the ways of all that perform lawless deeds, for by ungodliness they destroy their own life. 20. Wisdom sings aloud in passages, and in the broad places speaks boldly. 21. And she makes proclamation on the top of the walls, and sits by the gates of princes, and at the gates of the city boldly says. 22. So long as the simple cleave to justice, they shall not be ashamed. But the foolish being lovers of haughtiness, having become ungodly have hated knowledge, and are become subject to reproofs. 23. Behold, I will bring forth to you the utterance of my breath, and I will instruct you in my speech. 24. Since I called, and ye did not hearken, and I spoke at length, and ye gave no heed. 25. But ye set at naught my counsels, and disregarded my reproofs. 26. Therefore I also will laugh at your destruction, and I will rejoice against you when ruin comes upon you. 27. Yea, when dismay suddenly comes upon you, and your overthrow shall arrive like a tempest, and when tribulation and distress shall come upon you, or when ruin shall come upon you. 28. For it shall be that when ye call upon me, I will not hearken to you. Wicked men shall seek me, but shall not find me. 29. For they hated wisdom, and did not choose the word of Elohim. 30. Neither would they attend to my counsels, but derided my reproofs. 31. Therefore shall they eat the fruits of their own way, and shall be filled with their own ungodliness. 32. For because they wrong the simple, they shall be slain, and an inquisition shall ruin the ungodly. 33. But he that hearkens to me shall dwell in confidence, and shall rest securely from all evil.